Well, looks like we're going. Let's see. Finally. Only took 20 minutes, but hey, we're live. We did it. Okay. Wow. I tell you, there are times that technology just makes me want to beat my head against the wall. Hey, sorry for the yell. It's Tom from Inspiration Metalworks. Happy July. I cannot believe it is already July 2021. I'm just floored by that. Yeah, so it's been a couple of months since I've done an update. I haven't made any videos, any content, and I thought I would go ahead and get everybody caught up on what's been going on. It has been a crazy couple of months. Hey, Duncan, uh, welcome. I guess for you it's early afternoon. I was a little concerned because, all right, what time do I start? Because I'm on the East Coast of the United States. And it's like, well, if I do it too early, anybody on the West Coast is going to miss it. But you know what? If they're not up by now, slackers. Too bad. Yeah, so catching up a little bit. Let's see where to start. I think the biggest news, and many of you will have already heard about this by now, but I finally went full time in the shop. Um, it's something I actually there's some of you who might not realize that I wasn't full time in the shop before. There are there's been a little bit um, of confusion around that. I have been full time in this shop for quite some time. Uh, I am focused only on this shop now. So basically, I was working two full time jobs for the better part of the last couple of years, and I finally got to the point where I decided I could not sustain that pace any longer. I quit the day job. So many of you don't realize that I was a product manager for a large electronics company. So I used to dream up uh, new software. I worked for a hardware company, but I would dream up the software side of it, all the user interfaces and things like that, and bring it to market. So that's where my specialty was, taking ideas and bringing it to market. Um, the focus now is just on the shop, and it's been good. I'm actually working more than I was before. But overall, I'm working less, right? So I'm not working two full-time jobs. I'm working a full-time job here in this beautiful, space, um, and I get to focus on that now. And I feel like even in the couple of weeks that I've been full-time in here, it's I'm noticing a difference. A couple of different things. The first is that I am nowhere near as stressed as I used to be. Even I've even had folks tell me that it's like, hey, the stress lines, the worry lines on your forehead are gone. And there's still plenty of things to worry about and focus on, but I just feel like it's working its way out. It's okay. I'm not freaking out about trying to do everything. The other thing is that because I am more focused, I feel like my attention to detail is getting better. I'm able to focus a lot better, and that means that my the output has been better. So just in general, this has been an excellent decision moving forward. So that was the biggest news. Other things that have been going on, I finally delivered a couple of long-term projects that I've had going for months and months, and not things that I had was able to share too much about because they're under non-disclosure agreements. I did share a little bit. Some of the fixture plates that I've done recently have been for that project, but it was a really neat opportunity to push my skill set a little bit. Um, it's for a very large company, local company in the area, and I will continue to do more work for them. But it was definitely a lot of fun. I had to come up with a solution to a problem they're having, and take it from concept through proof of concepts, refinement to a large scale operation. So definitely one of those areas that I enjoy. So got that off the plate, which means I can finally start cleaning up around here a little bit, because some of that stuff was just large and had taken up space, and especially when I was recording too. It made it more difficult for me to do any recordings in here because often there were things in the background that I didn't really want shown. Even if it wasn't in context and you wouldn't have put it together because it is under non-disclosure agreement. I tried to take that really seriously. So a couple of those are out of the way. I need to clean up. As you can see, the place is a mess. There's some of it. Don't want to do that. Knock stuff over. As you can see, I'm going to pan over to the right a little bit. You can see we've got a bit more stuff sitting over there that needs to get cleaned up as well. I finally had a chance this past week to really dive in on this new lathe. I mean, I know how to run lathes. That's not a question. What I didn't have the experience with was running the FANUC controls. This particular lathe is orders of magnitude faster and more powerful than what I was used to running, and so it definitely I took a more cautious approach to using it. But last week I was able to just dedicate time to working on the lathe, sitting down, working through process, making some parts. I chose. I think most of you know, or you may not know. So I'm involved in the Titans of CNC program, and so I have taught the building blocks here for quite some time. And I've decided to also start offering the lathe classes, which are the Rocket series. And so I thought, what better way to get up to speed on my machine than to work through the Rocket series? And so I used the nose cone, which you guys can kind of see here, as a way to get familiar with the process. It took me about 8 tries before I got to something that I was happy with. I didn't really care about that part of it. And that was the best part about running this particular part, was that I was able to focus less on, needing to get 100, parts out the door today or something like that, and more on the process itself. How do I load the software? Is my post processor working properly? I found out it wasn't. I had to make some changes there. Then it was, how do I load and unload programs? Oh, I made edits to the program. I need to, let's make some changes in there. Can I make a small edit at the machine instead of having to go back to the CAM software and things like that? So that's what I was able to focus on. And it was even better that I was able to create, this part. Now there's 10 parts to this, and I will go ahead and do the whole series. But it was a lot of fun, and it was a great way to get comfortable with this machine. It was definitely the right machine for what I do here. I know there were some questions about why didn't I get live tooling and a bunch of other things, sub spindles and things like that, and would have been great. And actually, that is what I was originally looking at. I had the Tormach lathe, I had the Tormach mill at the time, I had the Brother mill. And so originally I was looking for a lathe with live tooling and sub spindle and a bar feeder, and that was going to be my way forward. In the end, I talked to several folks about this over really a couple-year period. My tooling rep is a friend, and we sat down and really kind of weighed it and realized that for the same money, basically what I was buying were spindles. And I had this bucket of money, and I had these needs that I could use, and I had spindles that I could allocate to those needs. And I could either put them all in one machine, or I could get 2 machines. I chose to go 2 machines, and it was absolutely the right choice. Will I go with live tooling in the future? Yeah, I'll definitely get there. But this was I know I'm rambling a little bit. Sorry, guys. But it was the right choice, and so I'm going to start going through. I'm going to go through the Rocket series first, just to make sure that I understand what's there and what my students are going to get into, and then I will start offering the Rocket series as well as the building block series. We'll also start offering the fixturing series. But some other changes that I'm going to be doing with that are around how I run the classes. We're going to get a lot more regimented with how we do it. There'll be 10 weeks. You'll come in every week kind of thing, and we'll knock it out. it used to just drag on, and I didn't feel like we were getting anywhere, and I think the students were feeling the same way. So once we're getting to a point now where we can, get our small group running again, and we'll get back to it. So Rocket Series, expect to see some more stuff there. Hey George, sorry I didn't say hi earlier. And I know there's been some folks who've wanted to see video on this lathe, and that's going to be a good opportunity. I will say this: the coolant is just high pressure enough that it makes it hard to record in there. Basically, if you're looking from the outside, you see the parts, and then coolant comes on, and then you see this blast. I have been able to tweak that a little bit, and it's made some improvements, but I'm not sure how great a video I can get from inside that cabinet. I may have to work on that a little bit. What else has been going on? Let's see. I got a fixture plate for the mill, so that's actually on the agenda for this weekend, is to break down the vise setup and get the mill cleaned up good. And I got one of the Saunders Machine Works fixture plates, and I actually got the whole pro package, so I didn't just get the fixture plate. I decided to get the whole thing. It comes with multiple mod vices, both single station and one dual station mod vice. It comes with all the caps to plug everything off. It is, actually, I don't know if I can move some stuff around. Maybe I can move the camera and you can see it. Let's see. Good times. How's the audio sound, guys? I'm using my earbuds today for the microphones, and I wasn't sure how it was going to sound. But I thought I'd try something a little different than what I normally do. Okay. So if you guys can give me a little feedback in the chat on how it sounds, I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys can see that. So I've got the new fixture plate. Great big hunk of steel. You can see it comes very well packaged in this pallet. The pallet also had several boxes on top. It does have the half-inch dowel locations. I think it's half-inch. I have to double check. I know it's tapped for half 13 in all these spots as well. But they have lots of different designs ready to go. I actually reached out because I didn't see Herco in the list originally. But yeah, they already had it. I just had to do a little searching, which was good. Hey, Steven. Good to see you. Let's see. What else? Yeah, so then there's tons of stuff that it comes with. So multiple, I'll open one of these up so you can see. This is the half-inch modular vice system. I'm kind of excited. I've had it sitting here for over a week, and I just couldn't do anything with it at the time. So, I mean, if you look at it, they've done a great job on this. If you look, packaging is just on point, so you get the mod vice system. It's got the low profile setup. You get all your keys and everything ready to go. So, very, very nicely done. Now, I was in the pilot for his original system when I had my Tormach. So I had one of their aluminum setups on the fixture plates on the 440, as well as the smaller mod vice system. And actually, I think I still have that mod vice system. I wonder if I can. So, anyways, they give you some fixture plates too, and I've got some of the older fixture plates, the 12-inch or 10-inch fixture plates. I bet it's the right hole pattern. I'll have to take a look. It would be nice if I could use that. So it comes with multiples of. Or like I said, I got the Pro system. You don't have to get all these things. I just decided to get it. There's also, this one is a dual station setup. You can't really see it because I don't have it all unpacked yet. But this is a dual station setup, so you get the middle station and then the two ends for it. I got some blank pallets. There's tons and tons of stuff. I've got a wolf spider attacking me. Oh, nice. Doesn't like that I interrupted his sleep here. Her sleep. Lots and lots of the caps to go with it. Yeah. So, tons of stuff. And then there was this one super light box. I didn't know what the heck it was. And yeah, I got one of the new hats. So I think he just announced he's got a giveaway for one of these hats right now, and they're nice. I like it. Um, Probably used to tighten it up just a little bit, but yeah, it was kind of nice. Too tight. My big old head. All right, let's see. There we go. So it works out pretty well, and so thank you guys for sending the hat along as well. I don't know if he had even announced these yet, and I had gotten one in here, so it was pretty cool. Actually, there were two, so pretty happy about it. Um, yeah, so the plan is to get that thing installed. Now, I had some people ask why I did this, why I was going quite this overkill on my setup. This is a job shop. It is definitely a high mix environment, and moving vices around is definitely not my my favorite thing to do. My back just can't handle it. I mean, I can do it. I just don't want to have to do that regularly. It is not swapping vices around up and down. Not a good thing for me. Um, that being said, being able to just throw the mod vices on real quickly, put it in place, ready to go. That's going to make a big difference for me. So that was a big part of it. The other part is it's going to let me recover some of the table, some of oh, some of the available space on the table. I do have the tool setter, the electronic tool setter on it, and right now it's tied into one of the slots on the table. Well, that kind of limits where it can be on the table. This is going to let me move my tool setter to just within the machine envelope without needing to take up quite so much room. You could also use a quick detach system, and this would be something that I really thought about doing, is some sort of 0 point quick attach system, to where if I did have something really large, I could just pop it off real quick and then put it back on when I was ready to go. So that is something that hopefully I'll be able to do here in the near future. Um, it also means holding larger parts is going to be a little bit easier to do, especially if I've got 3 mod vices, right? I can set those up along a much larger space and get a better hold of larger parts. I've been doing more and more of these large fixture plates, and it has being able to support something, especially supporting it in the middle of a large fixture plate, has made a big difference in the quality of the machining. You don't get the harmonics in there. You don't get the chatter and vibration. So that's going to make a big difference. What else? Let's see. Just trying to think about what else has been going on. Oh, one of the things that I got recently, I got a set of spindle liners. Um, I went with something a little higher end that I probably needed, but I got a set of spindle liners from Trusty Cook. This is probably this is an inch and a half. So this one is the largest spindle liner that I can fit in. Because my spindle holds, I can do 1 3/4 through the spindle with the draw tube in place. If the draw tube weren't there, I could do a full 2 inch, but with the draw tube, I can do 1 3/4. But I got a full set of spindle liners, and I've already been using them. So this is the 1 inch. This is what I was using when I was doing the rocket part. So very well made. These are made to the specifications of the machine. And I will say that the folks at Trusty Cook are top notch. I made a mistake when I made my initial order, and they did not have to do anything about it. I mean, it was completely my mistake. And yet, they took really good care of me, helped me correct my mistake. Just amazing folks. So yeah, I know it's a little expensive. If you can afford it, I would definitely, I'd say go that route. I know the John Thunders and John Grimswell have had discussions around spindle liners in the past on their podcast, and because Grimswell was making spindle liners, and John was like, just buy them. I absolutely could have made spindle liners, but I decided to just buy the common sizes up front. That way, it's here and ready to go, and I'm not stressed out when I need it. That being said, as soon as I went to run a part in the lathe the other day, I realized I had the spindle liner. I didn't have the collet. So I did get the Royal collet system when I got this. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. Let me grab a couple of things real quick, and we can go over what it is. Um, in the past, hopefully you guys can hear me okay. In the past, I used 5C collets for a lot of what I was doing, especially with the collet closer and everything. The Royal system is a very, very nice setup. So the collets are much larger, but it is a quick change system. So you get a head that would replace the chuck, the 3-jaw chuck, and then you can buy the different collets that you need. So this is the 1-inch size. It's got a tool that you have to get as well, not cheap, but this tool is how you use it. It inserts, right? You squeeze, puts a considerable amount of pressure in there. You guys can see the rubber ring here. Right? It compresses, and then you slide it in. It does have it has recesses in here, so it'll only go into the guide pin a certain way. And then when it's done, you I wonder if it's gonna. There we go. So squeeze the trigger. Sorry, I just couldn't get a good angle on it. Squeeze the trigger, and it expands in there, and it's ready to go. I have done a couple of changeovers so far, and my goodness, I'm so glad to have this. It's been great. I'm definitely pleased with that. It is not. And when I was making decisions on what to get and when to get it and things like that, it was definitely something that I had to think about, because going from hobby machining to semi production to being a full machine shop, my needs have changed a little bit over time, and this is one of these things where like the spindle liners, the quick change system, the fixture plate, those are all things that I did to be more efficient. And they basically pay for themselves within a couple of jobs. So it made good sense for me to do it. I wouldn't expect everybody would do it, but it definitely made sense for me to get these things, especially as I was going in and upping my game quite a bit. Hey, Craig. Sorry, I did see you say hi a little bit earlier, but hope you're still on. And actually, I owe you a phone call. So yeah. What else has been going on? It's awfully quiet. Oh, I'm just looking at top chat. I don't know if there's been other chat. Man, I hate it. When did they change that? Okay, well, no, that was it. That was pretty much it. It's not really much going on in the chat. You guys have any questions? I wasn't sure what was going on. Hopefully the audio is okay. It actually looks like it might be a little overdriven. I'm not sure how it sounds for you guys, but trying something new with the using the earbuds instead of the little lavalier mic. So I wasn't sure how that was going to sound. But I think this is probably a good place to wrap up. I actually have a bunch of stuff to do. I need to get all this stuff cleaned up. Like I said, I'm trying to prep to get ready this weekend. I want to get that fixture plane installed and ready to go. But if there's no questions, I'm going to stop rambling. I could definitely use a little bit more coffee, and I'll get back at it. We'll give it just a second. Thanks, Craig. I see. Excellent. All right. Well, thank you guys very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me on this journey. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully, now that I'm officially on my own, hopefully I can get back to making videos and making content again on a regular basis. If you have suggestions for content you'd like to see, let me know about that. You can reach me at tom@inspirationmetalworks.com, or on here or wherever else. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing for those of you who do subscribe. And I'll see you again soon.